guys, today in this video we are going to analyze bank customers data. So let me first show the data set. I have bank customers.csv. I have made a version of .xlsx, and let me open this Excel and show what is our data. So I have 9 columns and around 2159 rows excluding uh, the headers. So let me check if there is any blank or null values are there in this entire dataset or not. So we have to change our, or we have to modify our data to do the data preparation. So we'll click and check one by one as customer ID, name, surname, gender, age. We'll check all these columns and we'll check if there is any blank values are there or not. So let me click on age. Here is also there is no null value. Click on region. I'll check all, hit OK. And similarly for other columns also I'll check, like job classification, date joined, and balance. So as you can see that there is no null values are there or blank values are there, so we can import this as our clean data. So let me open the Power BI and import this into our data, like into our Power BI model. So I'll click on Excel workbook. I'll choose the data set and I'll double click it. It will automatically open. Right now it is asking for which sheet our data is present. I'll do checkbox and click on transform data because we want to prepare some more data as per our requirement. So in this case name and surname is there, so we want to concatenate as full name. So I'll choose both the column, go to the transform, I'll click on merge columns, and this merge we want to do based upon space. So I'll choose space and I'll give the column name as customer name. I'll click on OK, and as you can see that a new column has formed, customer name. So right now we'll check the other data as well, and we'll check if the data type also correct or not. So as I can see that data and data type also is correct. So let me create one more column and we'll go to the age column first and we'll choose this column because based upon this age we want to create a age group. For that I'll click on add column from example columns from examples, and I'll choose from the selection. I'll first do check this column as age. So basically what we are doing over here, if it is 21, we'll write it as 21 to 30 age bucket. So this will basically take this as a reference and it will automatically apply its intelligence in as per the Power BI. So Power BI automatically it will apply its intelligence. So let me train some more data and it will take the necessary steps based upon the examples we provide. So let me choose some more data points so that it can train well and it can create based upon our requirement. So let me change this 15 to 20 because I know that the minimum age is 50, and let me check if anything is above 50 or above 60 is there, so that we can change that data point as well as per our requirements. Basically I'm trying to create the age group as age bucket, like 15 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, 41 to 50, 51 to 60, 61 to 70. So in this case it is 61 is the age, so I'll change it to 61 to 70. Same thing, I'll change it from here 51 to 60. So in this way we're trying to get this automation to be done automatically for us. So let me click OK. it looks like the formula is correct and our age bucket also has separated correctly. Let me check some more points. It looks fine. I'll click on OK. And right now let me change the column name as age group and hit enter. Let me check the buckets. It is 15 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, 41 to 50, 51 to 60. Let me check for 61 to 70 age group and I'll analyze because this data should be in between 61 to 70. Let me go to the age and let me check. Yeah, it is there. So I'll click on OK. Let me check another data point or data bucket. I'll choose for 15 to 20. I'll uncheck this, click on OK. I'll come to the age and I'll check this age should be between 15 to 20 and it is there. I'll click on OK. So let me now clear the filter from this entire column. I'll click on this and our data is ready. So let us import this prepared data. I'll click on home, click on close and apply, and our data will be loaded into the Power BI model. So right now we are in the report view. If we go to the data view, our data is present over there. So let me create few visuals for this. I'll go back to the Power BI report. I'll click on this line chart. I'll expand this entire table and I'll rename this table name as bank customer bracket UK because these bank customers are from UK. So I'll write it as UK. I'll remove this hyphen as well and hit enter and our table name has changed now. So I'll take age and I'll take age in the x-axis. I'll take gender in the legend part and I'll take the balance in y-axis so that we can compare, and it is comparing both male and female in line charts format in line chart graph. Let me go to the format visual and I'll I'll choose the color basically. So female will click on red and we'll choose for male as black, and basically I'm trying to create a red and black combination to give it more visually appeared and looks nice. So I'll change the title from here. I'll give the title as balance by age and gender. Balance by age and gender. So I'll click on bold and let me make it middle. I'll land in middle. So I'll collapse this title. I'll go back to the report view and let me go to the general as well, and I'll try to make the changes the transparency as 50% so that if we do any background formatting it will be visible. So let me do this bold and I'll increase this font size to 12 and we'll try to collapse this, and same thing will give in x-axis, like the y-axis we have already given, and I'll choose this color as black. So let me do for x-axis as well. So I'll collapse all this. I'll go back to this y-axis. I'll choose this value and I'll change to black. Okay, so right now I'll collapse all these panes and we'll create another visual. For that I'll go back to the visual part. Before that I'll adjust a bit and let me take to this side. I'll create few rooms. I'll click on the stack column chart, and we'll create age with gender. We'll take the age group. Basically we'll see how this distribution is there, the balance distribution is there according to the age group, or we'll take the age group in the age group with age group count. So I'll drag this over here. I'll check if it is in count. So let me click on this three dot and we'll do the ascending, and right now I'll do apply this ascending on the age group as well. So I'll click on this age group so that it will be in ascending order and we can see the distribution. So let me take the gender into the legend part so that it will give the both male and female combination. And let me go to the format format. I'll switch on this data label. I click on the data label, and from the values I'll again do a little bit of formatting, like I'll increase the font size, I'll do bold, and it looks fine. So I'll collapse these things. Right now I'll change the title as age group by gender ratio, group gender ratio. Click on bold. I'll come down. I'll click on middle, alignment middle. I'll collapse this title. I'll come back to the visual and let me see. Okay, data levels are on. Okay, right now the click on columns and change these colors as female as red and male as black, and I'll collapse all this and I'll come back to this visual again, and I'll try to create few more visuals. So before that I'll do few more formattings, like come back to these visuals and I'll off these grid lines, both horizontal and vertical. So I'll come down. Okay, let me switch off these vertical as well, vertical grid lines as well. So at the end I'll do this formatting and I'll apply the same formatting rule over here using the format painter. So let me switch on this data label. Now it looks fine. Let me resize this. Let me create few rooms. I'll click on this chart and I'll try to create the customer name, and we'll click on date joined. So basically we are creating a line chart and we'll take the customer name along with the date joined, and I'll drag this customer name in the y-axis so that we can visually see that number of customer joined, maximum number of customers joined in which month. So let me change this title as count of customer by date, customer joined by date. Okay, let me do this bold. Okay, and I'll drag this to down, drag this to down. Let me click on this focus mode and we'll see. Okay, it is in September 23rd September to quarter third in 2015. Okay, that maximum number of customers that joined. Now let me create a donut chart and we'll analyze few more visuals. So I'll click on this donut chart and I'll resize this first. and right now I'll take balance and balance along with the gender, or maybe I'll take as region. Okay, so first let me analyze that balance by region. I'll create another sheet and I'll cut this visual and I'll paste it over here so that it is not, so that it will be not clumsy. I'll resize it. I'll expand this so this regions part will be visually appear. I'll take another donut chart and now I'll choose um, this region along with region count. So I'll click this and I'll choose this as format painter. I'll click on legends and it is already turned on, so I'll click on general, click on the title. I'll change this title as, it looks fine. Okay, balance by region, and this is count of region by region, so I'll change this one. So count of region, I'll delete it, so I'll write it as customer by region. Let me bring this over here and I'll expand this. So both has the same legend, so I'll switch off one of these legend by clicking on this off, and this is looks fine because it is sharing both the legends. I'll click another page. I'll take another donut chart and right now we'll compare balance, or I'll take as job classification along with balance. So basically I am trying to explain that I'm creating a visual that is based upon the job classification and the balance, uh, balance amount, balance that has in their account. So it is showing that 50% is holding the white color and rest 50% is divided among the blue color and other. So let me create another donut chart, and in this donut chart I'm going to drag age along with the, or maybe I'll take gender along with the balance, or maybe I'll count this along with the gender. So count of gender. So I'll click on this format visual, click on this title, and I'll change this, change the title as count of male and female. So basically I'm taking the number of counts. Let me collapse this title pane. I'll come to the visual, data label, detail label is already on. So I click on slicers. I'll choose the color male as black and female as red. So I'm comparing this gender along with the count of genders. So I'll click another donut chart, and now in this case I'll compare the gender along with the balances. So I'll click on gender and I'll click on balance. I'll come to the format, come to the slicer again. I'll change this color, male as black, female as red, and I'll try to come to the general and I'll change the title as balance by gender. Collapse this title pane. I'll come back to the visuals and I'll collapse this slices, come back to the visuals, and let me check if it is in count or not. Yeah, it is in count. So I'll change it to the percentage of grand total for the gender with gender, uh, like count of genders or count of male and females. Now let me Okay, detail labels is turned on. So I'll click on this balance by gender. I'll click on the focus mode. Let me go back to the report back, or back to report. Okay, let me drag this two down, and I'm trying to resize it so that it will create few more rooms. And now we can bring some more cards to give the overall overall information. So let me resize this, and basically we'll take 4 cards, and one card will be the age. I'll drag this age and I'll click on top in filters. I'll click on 1, and I'll take this balance as value, apply filter, and I'll take this and I'll drag this age into the fields, and let me click on this to maximum. So right now it is showing that at the age of 34, the maximum amount or maximum balance it has. So let me copy this and paste it over here, and right now I'll change from top to bottom, like from bottom, and I'll click on this to minimum. So as you can see that we're able to see that minimum balance is in at the age of 15. So I'll resize both of these cards, and I'll bring another card, and right now I'll calculate the number of male and total number of females customers are there in our dataset, or in the UK as per this dataset. So I'll bring the gender. I'll click on female. I'll drag this gender over here in this field, and right now I'll choose this as count, and it will give the total number of females. So I'll copy and paste it over here, and same thing I'll do for, instead of female I'll do for male. I'll check male and I'll uncheck female, and this how we got the male counts, male customers count. So I'll create another sheet and I'll write it as dashboard, and let me bring all the charts from all these 3 pages. I'll copy those charts and I'll bring over here in dashboard. So first let me format this background from canvas background. I'll click on it. I'll browse. From this browsing window I'll choose the picture which one I want to format as background. So I'll choose the transparency as 50. This image I have already downloaded from the pixels, and let me change it to 50, and I'll choose this as fit, and let me choose transparency as 29. Yeah, this is looks good compared to previous, and it has some contrast. Let me copy from page 1 all these 3 visuals. I'll copy this, come to the dashboard, and I'll paste it over here. Let me quickly resize all these charts. So that it will look more good. I'll try to create few spaces. I'll copy this as well and paste it over here. I'll quickly resize all this, and I'll group these two as well. First I'll create few spaces in every side. Let me collapse this filter pane. I'll collapse visualization and fields. Let me try to fit this as much as possible in our window. Okay, let me resize both the donut charts. Okay, so let me group these two as group. Now I'll format this one, format painter. I'll click on both the donuts. I'll click once again format painter, and I'll apply that same format painter over here. I'll come back to this page 3 and I'll choose the remaining 3 donuts. I'll click all the 3 donuts and copy, and I'll come back to this dashboard and paste it over here. Again, I'll do the quick resize and arranging all these donut charts so that it will look good. I'll resize all this and try to create some spaces from all the 4 sides so that our charts will not look so clumsy. And at the end I'll do the format painter so that it will get all the sizes and shapes. So I'll off these legends because as we can see that males are black and females are red. So I'll go to this title and I'll change this title as percentage of, I'll delete this male and female, percentage of gender, I'll keep it. I'll collapse this title pane, I'll collapse this visualization, and okay, let me do the format painter for all the 3 donut charts quickly. Okay, now it is done. So I'll copy all the 4 cards. I'll quickly do Ctrl C and I'll come back to dashboard and paste it over here. I'll quickly rearrange all the 4 cards so that it will look nice. I'll quickly arrange all this. Give me a few moments. I'll change the name of this title. I'll write it as count of female customers. Okay, and this card name will be count of male customers. Count of male customers. Let me change this one, the title name. The name should be maximum balance at the age 34, and this is giving the correct message. For this one we'll write minimum, like mean balance at the age, mean balance of the age. Yeah, so now let me quickly resize this, and at the end we'll apply this format painter for all the cards as well so that it will look good and uniformity will be maintained. Let me do this format painter for all these cards so the transparency and other formattings will be consistent. Now we'll create a title. So for that I'll click on text box. I'll write as bank customers data dash dashboard. I'll choose the center for font as Comic Sans, and the size will be 22 or 24. I'll try to choose the color as blue. I'll resize this text box quickly. I'll copy this and click on this middle one. Again, I'll try to resize this so that it looks good. I'll turn on this shadow. I'll try to fit it more. Okay. Okay, now I'll go to the view and I'll click on page view and click on fit to page so that it will fit into our page. I'll click on this theme, and before that I'll remove the space after dash and I'll click outside. Now I'll go to this visualization, click on format. Okay, I'll quickly do few changes. I'll click on this format and I'll choose this black theme so that black theme will be applied over here. As you can see that our dashboard is ready. So I'll do few more changes, like count of customer joined by date, and it has the X level in black color, but it is not visible. So I'll change this to white. So I'll choose white and it is appeared as white. And same thing I'll do for y-axis as well. So I'll go to the y-axis and I'll choose white instead of black. So I'll choose white, and as you can see that it has turned into white. So I'll quickly do the format painter and I'll apply this same format painter in the other visuals as well. And this how we will be able to do all the changes in the X and Y axis with white color. Let me turn off this data label for the balance by age and gender graph, and I will remove these legends for male and female as well. I'll turn off this legend. So that's it. Now I'll save this Power BI report with UK, and name will be like UK Bank Customers Data Dashboard, and hit on save it. So that's all for now. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Till then, take care, bye bye, and I'll come up with another new exciting video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.